When did you witness someone's perfect life fall apart in one moment? The string quartet was playing a slow, romantic melody as Mark and Sarah danced their first dance. Everyone at the reception agreed they were the perfect couple, a match made in a rom-com. Mark, my friend since college, had spent years talking about finding his ideal woman, someone beautiful, kind, and just as ambitious as him. Sarah ticked every box, and then some. Their wedding, held in a restored barn draped in fairy lights, felt like the culmination of everything good and hopeful. The air was thick with the scent of lilies and celebration, and I remember thinking how genuinely happy Mark looked, almost radiating. Later, as the DJ took over and the dance floor filled, I watched them from a quiet corner by the bar. Sarah was laughing, her head thrown back, a picture of carefree joy. Mark was beside her, his arm around her waist, eyes fixed on her, as if she were the only person in the room. He turned to say something to her, smiling, and at that exact moment, a man walked up to Sarah. He was older, maybe late 50s, dressed well but not like a guest. Sarah's laugh died, replaced by a stillness that was unnerving. Her body language shifted, became rigid. The man spoke softly, too low for me to hear over the music, but I saw her eyes flick to Mark, then back to the man, filled with a sudden, raw panic. She said something back, a strained whisper, and the man simply nodded, a tight, unsmiling gesture. Then he turned and melted back into the crowd as quickly as he'd appeared. Sarah stood frozen for a beat, her smile gone. Her hand went to her mouth, and her shoulders slumped. Mark, still oblivious, pulled her closer, trying to get her to dance again. She just shook her head, muttering something about needing air, and slipped away from him, disappearing towards a side door. Mark's face, which had been beaming moments before, slowly crumpled. He stood there, alone on the edge of the dance floor, watching the door she'd gone through. The light in his eyes just went out. He looked confused, then hurt, then utterly lost. The music continued. People laughed and danced around him, oblivious. But for Mark, the entire universe had just stopped. The perfection he'd built his life around, the woman he'd just married, had just revealed a crack I knew would split his world wide open. I never found out what the man said, or who he was, but the look on Mark's face told me his perfect life had just been a beautiful, fragile illusion.